Yeah. What's really happening? I hope y'all ready for another story out of Miami. Today, I'm going to be breaking y'all off why Miami always been known for the city of the hustlers. Why, a.k.a. the bottom, a.k.a. money is a major issue. You know what I'm saying? Just like Rick Ross said in one of his most famous songs, the one that put him on the map, "Every day I'm hustling." So coming from the pages of the book, like I always tell you, I'm just going to give you a little piece of it, right? But then I'm going to fill in some of the gaps, and y'all going to enjoy it, man. Y'all sit back, let the OG take you back to Miami in the early 80s, man. You know what I'm saying? When I started coming out the house. Let's go. Growing up as Lil Pig in those days was a consistent hustle. I was born for it. Hustling came easy for me. No one had to show me how to get money. My Aunt Evelyn was the candy lady. Shout out to all the candy ladies, man. Miami is the city where the candy ladies begin. Check it out now. She sold frozen cups, pops, candy, and so money was always coming through there. I just had to think of a way to get me some of it. I found a weak spot in the business. See, the porch was not connected right onto the old style house that my Auntie Evelyn stayed in. It's set on bricks. There was a little gap between the steps that led up to the front door. It was just enough to let the change fall out the little kid's hands. I would make it seem like an accident. My little badass, y'all. Y'all got to understand that. Let me stop and let y'all understand it so I can pitch that for you. Y'all ever seen them houses that sit up on the bricks and they really not foundation to the ground? It got like a little crawl space up under it. Well, the porch, it wasn't connected either. So it was like a little gap, maybe about the size of that right there, that, you know what I mean, when the little kids came and I had to serve them, you know what I mean? My auntie, she be under the tree somewhere or she in another part of the house. So rest her soul, if she knew about it. She found out anyway. But I would, you know, when they get ready to hand, they might order a couple frozen cups or whatever, cookies or whatever, and I let the transaction go like it was an accident. And when the money fall down between the floor, you know, nobody wanted to crawl up under to get it. But not I. I knew what was under there. I knew it was a piggy bank. I knew what time it was. I went and collected my money. So I just wanted y'all to understand that before I go a little further, right? So, then all I had to do was crawl under the house and collect my check, just like I told you, right? A typical day for me always involved multiple money crawls. I knew it sounds low down, but what else could I do when all my mom used to do was drop me off with a couple cans of Campbell's soup, and maybe if I was lucky, she would give me $1 or $2. Now, mind you, I ain't nothing but like 5, 6 years old at the time, maybe just right at 5. We're about to be at the first grade, you know what I mean? So just a mind of a young hustler, you know what I mean? Growing up in a house where, you know, everything's a hustle. And I'm gonna tell you a little more about it, then we're gonna talk about Miami being the city of the hustles now. So let me take you back into the mindset of a 5-year-old hustler, Lil Pig, aka OG GIGAVELI, right? So I said, maybe if I was lucky, she would give me $1. You had to fend for yourself over my Aunt Evelyn house. She was the candy lady to everybody, even family. Had to pay to eat at her house. I didn't have a problem with that because I always had money. That's one thing that never changed to this day. She knew all about me going up under the house for those dropped coins. And when she knew I was going down there, she would be waiting on her cut. She was one of the first people to tell me things about my daddy Pig, and none of them was no good. So that was just a little snip, right? And I'm going to go ahead and expound because I told y'all I wasn't going to give y'all the whole story. But I'm going to tell you why they called me Lil Pig, because my daddy was called Pig, right? So later on, you'll find out in the book why I changed my name to Jig and then so forth and so forth. It's all a good read. Make sure y'all get the book, right? So listen, man, I'm going to tell you something. All the way down to the candy ladies, to the number man, to the fish man. One thing about Miami, we always had a man for everything. We even had a man that rolled around the city in a little van called the Anything Man. He had the anything truck. Anything you need. Just like when you watch that any fans are watching Good Times and you seen Lenny. If Lenny ain't got it, ain't in it. We had always had a Lenny down there, a situation where you going whatever you need, you can find it in the streets of Miami, right? So let me give y'all a little back history on why Miami is such a hustling city. For one, let's look at where Miami City at, and we consider the bottom, right? We don't have no neighboring states other than Georgia going north. Well, south of us ain't nothing but the Atlantic Ocean, right? So now I'm finna shout out to all the, all the people that makes up Miami, man. And if you're a real Miami native or born and raised Jackson Memorial Hospital Miami native, you have these people in your family chain somewhere down the line. So we're gonna begin with my chain. I'm gonna have Bahamian. Shout out to the 242. It's some more famous people that y'all know that's half Bahamian. Trina, you know what I'm saying? Kimbo Sice, Luke Skywalker. So I could name a few, you know what I mean? So it's a lot. It's where I came up from in Brown Sub, the Bahamians, that was like Coconut Grove and Brown Sub was the hub that migrants from the Nassau, Bahamas or Freeport or the islands of the Bahamas came to. That's what you would call a Bahamian. My dad, Pig, was from Thomasville, Georgia. So you're going to see that Georgia and Caribbean mixture a lot from real Miami natives. And they don't claim this. They was like maybe like Rick Ross. They came now. They wasn't born now. You understand what I'm saying? So then we got another one of our famous islands, Sapase, you know what I'm saying? To my Zoes, my Haitian immigrants. You know what I mean? It's a lot of, you know what I mean? It's a lot of Miami that's got a lot of Zoe in them. So you see the Zoe community, they even own half of Miami now. I remember when it was just little Haiti. Now it's all of North Miami, the whole East Coast of Miami is my Haitian brothers and sisters, right? And then we gonna shout out to, like, back in the day, the Shotter Posse. You know what I mean? The Jamaican wave that came through there. We gonna have all our Jamaicans mixed up in Miami too. You know what I mean? I can't forget my Chicos. Shout out to my Cubans and my Dominicans. You know what I mean? So there it is. That's what builds up the most. You know, our Puerto Ricans too and stuff like that would build up the most of our culture down there in Miami. We got that Caribbean. So just imagine why Miami becomes such a good city of hustlers. Just imagine how an immigrant come into the country without nothing at a new place and he just got to start all over. That's how our parents was. That's why the hustle was born in us. That's why Miami, like real Miami natives, man, we some of the hustlers ones. I'm talking in the United States of America. I can't speak for no other city, but I'm an OG out of Miami and I'm gonna speak and I'm gonna tell you about Miami and I'm certified to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I've been here almost 50 years now. You know what I'm saying? Repping Miami. I'm gonna rep it to the fullest. I'm gonna rep Miami until he called me back. You feel me? But let me keep on telling you why Miami is such a real hustling city. And why everybody down there got that in them. You know what I'm saying? How to make something out of nothing. You seen right then and there in my book, I showed you the first hustle I seen was my auntie, my great auntie, Aunt Evelyn. You know what I'm saying? Even family had to pay in that house right there. And my mama often dropped me off every weekend. You know what I'm saying? After we moved, we stayed in Sub. When we moved out the Sub, she would drop me off every weekend and have her free time with just a little brown. Back then, we had them Winn-Dixie brown bags. And I had my little underwears in there. She'd throw me a couple of my little cups. It wasn't cup soup, but little my Campbell soups in there. You know what I'm saying? And that's supposed to sustain me for the whole weekend. We knew that wasn't going to do that. But she know ain't nobody going to starve in the hood. I had to run of the hood. I'm a little pig. My daddy had store credit. Shout out to Willie and Clara. Shout out to Miss Jackie's store on the corner. I'm talking about the Dolphin store 46. I'm up the hill and I'm down the hill. My family yoked all in, you know what I'm saying? We down the hill by Earlington Heights and we up the hill. So I got the run of the hood. I go in the store and I got credit. I had, you know what I mean? I growed up like that. A lot of cats didn't have it like that. My old boy, so, man, shout out to Pig, rest in peace. He had a little juice in the hood, know what I mean? When he was that dude, he was that dude. And a lot of people respected him. So in return, they respected Lil Pig, you feel me? So now, growing up in Miami, you know what I'm saying? Coming from immigrants, coming from people that come from other countries. Just imagine coming over on the inner tube or on boats, and you hungry. That hunger don't never leave. You never satisfied. That's why it's such a hustle down there. A lot of cities like to take, Miami really contribute to a lot of other cities, especially the Georgia, the Carolinas, a lot of to the Alabamas and all the East Coast. Miami really contribute to the getting out the mud hustle that a lot of, like I see in Atlanta here, they talk about the water boy. We've been the water boys. We've been at the light, fruits, water. You know what I'm saying? Been rushing the lights, hustling like that from kids. I remember growing up, even my book, you're gonna see. I remember we used to be battling with the can man. Like kids my age, we had our own buggies with our cans and saving bottles, and you know that I could take you back to going to the Utopium on Tutu Ave. You know what I'm saying? Right by Earl's. You know what I mean? Selling my bottles for a dime. That's when the bottle was a dime. You take the empty bottle in there, they give you a dime. So we take a whole crate in there. Yeah, little kids. We got our buggy next to my house, right there on 81st. The can place right across from North Side. You know, the same heart of the city where Ike bought the movie theater, it was right next to the Bojangle. There was the can place right there. OG been hustling. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't never considered myself nobody other than a hustler. And money ain't never been a problem. It was an issue, but it ain't never been a problem because a real hustler know how to get it out the mud. And like I say, man, ain't nobody getting it harder and easier than them Candy Lady. Ain't no other city knew anything about the Frozen Cup game. It ain't hard enough. That Frozen Cup game started in Miami. Yeah, the Frozen Cup lady started in Miami. It branched off to the other cities. They got that from, man, it's a lot that Miami does. I mean, a lot of other cities may take issue with this, but if they sit back and know the history, somebody, one of their OGs, one of their old schools say, yeah, but the Miami boys came and brought a lot of game. In a lot of different ways. It wasn't just in the work. It wasn't just in the, you know what I'm saying, in the blow game, the loose cigarette game. You understand what I'm saying? All at the Candy Lady house and anything trucks. Understand what I'm saying? Miami, one of the only cities, and I'm gonna take you back to the trade now, to the street game. Miami, the only city back in the day where a smoker could have $5, get him a hit, $3 hit, and still have enough money to go get a bill and a couple loose cigarettes. I know for a fact this wasn't happening in no other city because I done hustled all the way up from Pensacola, all the way to Panama City, all the way up to North Carolina, Tennessee. I done got money in Georgia, Atlanta. Y'all aren't doing it like that. If them folks didn't have that whole dub, y'all ain't even want to say. We the city of the jugglers. We the city that taught you how to whip. All that now. And I ain't promoting it. I'm just trying to give y'all history on why Miami is the hustling city. You understand what I'm saying? Nowadays, what's going on, I can't speak for that. I'm talking about old Miami traditions. But I know Miami, listen, man. Listen, you at the light in Miami, man, you gonna get served whatever you looking for, man. Pair of jeans, chainsaw, whatever you need. It's hanging on gates right there going 27th Avenue by the flea market. They got a whole script where they just done made their own. They ain't looking for no license. They ain't looking for no permit. We gonna get out here and get this. And ain't nobody better not say nothing to us. Cause once again, Miami, money is a major issue. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, man. Every day I'm hustling. Ross didn't play with that. He knew what he was saying. Because every day in Miami, it's a hustle. And I'm just giving y'all the history on what makes up Miami and what makes the city and makes its people such hustlers. Understand what I'm saying? We are, it is the bottom of the map. And everybody claim to come up from the bottom. Show me what your bottom is, and I'll show you what Miami is. We the bottom when it comes to the United States of America. We the bottom. And we hustle like we from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man, if you like some more Miami stories and a little history on Miami, ain't nobody better at to tell you than a real Miami OG. Ask about me, man, from down south to Carol City. Lil G carry weight, man. I ain't got to toot my own home. Just ask about me. Miami, y'all support the page. Let's get this real content out there. The OG on a real campaign, man, on bringing them real Miami values back to Miami, man. We see where we done went left or we went right. We done turned away. But let's get back to the real hustle, man. Yo, this been your boy OG GIGAVELI. If y'all like them videos, subscribe, hit that button up there. You know what I mean? On my YouTube channel. Y'all get in, man. Support, man. Get behind the movement.